Hello, welcome back to Justin Talks Villa. If you are new around here, please drop me a like on the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Lots of good stuff coming up over the next few weeks, months, and hopefully years to come. And drop a comment in the comment section as well. Anything you want to get off your chest, or agree or disagree with me, please drop in the comments. I try and reply to as many as I possibly can, although that is getting harder and harder by the week. Also, justintalksvilla@yahoo.com with any inquiries or any information. I've had some really nice messages this week. I'll probably get into a few of them over the next few weeks and months. So where do we start? Well, we start with, as I've put in the title, Club Works. So I have been to Aston Villa today. If you remember, a few weeks ago, I took the drone up to Villa Park and I had a quick look at the warehouse project. And I've been up today to update that and update everybody. And there is a bit of work to show you all. So if I add this onto the... So here we go. So this obviously is the warehouse that was where the kids used to go in, have the face painting, like the family fun zone. As you can see in the background there, you've got the new club shop and what will be, I believe, a type of museum as well in one of the top 2 floors, which is still under work. So here we go. If you see sort of towards the back end of the existing building where all the roof has now been removed, you see the big crane which is there and the steel works that have gone in towards the back end of the building, where there's going to be a sort of flat roof, I think to about halfway down, and then the existing roof then will continue at the front. So the back 3/4 of the building, if you look at the pictures and the video footage that Villa have put out, sorry about the drone work, I'm still getting used to the drone. Yeah, the back 3/4 will be where the main area where everybody will be, and there'll be obviously staging areas towards the back. But as you can see, the steelworks are going in there. It looks like there may possibly be some kind of rooms or offices going there as well, which makes sense. Might as well make use of as much of that area as we possibly can. But as you can see, it's really coming on really well now, and I think, you know, it's going to be amazing when it's out. And then I decided just to have a quick pop round Villa Park and do a little bit more videoing. So a bit of the mural there, a little club shop coming round to the Holt pub down the road, which is really lovely this time of year. Couldn't have asked for a better day for the weather, which was really nice. See me in the bottom right there, trying to make sure I keep everything as it should be. And then we had a quick look at the Holt pub, and then I thought I'd have a quick look at the Holt end as well. As I say, it was an absolutely stunning day today to do this, and it was beautiful. There was no restrictions to where I could fly here, so I made sure of that before I went up. And obviously you have to make sure you've got your insurance and your flying license, which I do as well. It's a DJI Neo drone. I've had a few people ask me this. It's a very small drone, but it's absolutely fantastic quality, 4K resolution. So as we rise up above Villa Park, you can see the most glorious ground in the Premier League, and you'll have a really good idea just how small comparably the north stand is there compared to the other 3 stands. You know, it looks, you know, half the size of the Holt end there if you look at the width and the height and the depth of it. So that's going to be really good to see that come along over the next few years. As I say, my drone flying skills sometimes leaves a little bit to be desired, but I think it's pretty good. It's a fantastic. It was a bit windy today as well, so it kept telling me to be careful of the wind, so I had to bring it down fairly quickly. So that was good. As you can see, the beautiful Holt end there, coming down again to the Holt pub, which was Something left really well from Randy Lerner area, to be fair. He did renovate the Holt, which was in absolute disarray and disrepair. And there we go, the Holt. And then a little quick fly past the lovely mosaic work on the back of the Holt end, which is absolutely stunning. As I say, it was beautiful weather there today, so I made the most of it. So that was really, really nice. So there you go, a little bit of update of the works at Aston Villa. On to the next thing. So, the Lion, absolutely beautiful. Had a look at it today. Fantastic, really, really nice addition to Villa Park. It's a lovely statue. It's lovely, well sculpted. If anybody's watched the video that Villa put out of how it was done, it's fascinating to see. But it's ended with a beautiful, beautiful sculpture, and added to the McGregor statue we've got outside the Trinity Road and the gaslit lamp outside the Holt end. It's another indication of a really nicely added feature at Villa Park. I did take a picture myself today when I went down. As you can see, beautiful day, and it sits really proudly behind the North Stand. I am led to believe this won't be its final resting place. Obviously, all the works are going to go on with the North Stand over the next 2 or 3 years. So I would imagine it might even be moved while those works are carrying on, or they might have thought ahead. Hopefully they have, where it can stay there until it actually ends up where it's going to end up. But for the time being, it's there. You can see it. It's really nice to see. And if you're heading down to Villa Park over the next few days, especially for the game on Friday, then you can go and have a look. There was plenty of people there today taking pictures of it, and it's really nice. Lovely addition. So, on to the game. Friday evening, we have got, if we have a look at the fixtures over the next few days, very interesting fixtures. Obviously, our fixture with Spurs is on Friday evening. The much annoyed second move for this game, if you think that it was moved originally on for the Sunday, and then it's been moved now back from the Saturday to the Sunday, now to the Friday evening, which means a few people that were originally going now can't go, which is incredibly frustrating for them. I suppose the only bonus is it is on telly, so at least people can watch the game. No consolation if you was planning on coming to the last game of the season, which is notoriously a very well attended game, which they all are now, really. And then we've also got on Friday evening, which Chelsea, Manchester United, which would be absolutely magnificent if Manchester United gave us a hand there. But with their form recently and Spurs' form recently, you don't hold out much hope. You would probably think that's 2 home wins there. Well, I hope the top one's a home win anyway. And then we move on to Sunday, because it's FA Cup final down Saturday, so no Premier League fixtures on Saturday. We've got the most important fixtures for us are the West Ham Nottingham Forest game. Obviously, Forest's loss the other day means that now they have to win both their games. As long as we win ours, we stay above them. But it'd probably be beneficial to us to keep them in the hunt, with them having to play Chelsea on the last game of the season. So that'll be an interesting one. And then Arsenal versus Newcastle. Now, Arsenal's recent form, interestingly, has put them back in the mix of not finishing second. They could potentially finish fourth. I mean, you've got to think that a Newcastle defeat would be the ideal one there. So you hope Arsenal possibly could get a win. But again, their form hasn't been great lately. If we look at the form table, over the last 5 games, Arsenal are only 11th with 6 points from 5 games. And for a team that's currently in second position in the Premier League, that's very, very poor. And as you can see towards the bottom end, Spurs 1 point, Manchester United 1 point, very similar records, not scoring goals, conceding plenty, and just can't get a win for a love nor money. So that makes the the Chelsea game, I don't know. I just can't see anything other than the Chelsea win there, particularly. Although they have lost Nicholas Jackson after his red card against Forest last week. So who knows? Who knows? But for me, I think we beat Spurs. I think Chelsea probably beat Manchester United. I think a draw in the West Ham Forest game would probably be beneficial to us. And hopefully Arsenal might get a bit of form together and beat Newcastle. And then it all takes it down to the last game of the season. If Newcastle lose to Arsenal, we beat Spurs Friday night, and then we go level on points with them. Man City, I'm not sure who their game is because they're in the FA Cup final. If Chelsea are probably going to win, so we're going to be level on points with Chelsea and possibly Newcastle if they get beat by Arsenal. Then it all goes down to the last game of the season, and that's when we hope Forest can do us a favour and get something at home against Chelsea, and we can beat Manchester United. So I think that's as clear as mud. But yeah, I am very confident we can win on Friday night. Our form is good. We're playing really well. We all know what we've got to do. It's pretty straightforward. 2 wins out of our last 2 games to give us that chance. But whatever happens, we've qualified for Europe. And it's been a magnificent season for Villa. So yeah, I'm going into it very, very confident. I would predict probably a 2 or 3-0 win to Villa. Ollie Watkins has obviously managed to become the Aston Villa's record Premier League goal scorer, so you would hope maybe he will add to that on Friday night. Team news will be very interesting, I think, as well. Mings, I think statistic on Tyrone Mings is he's started 14 games in the Premier League this season, and we kept clean sheets and won most of them. So, really, really good from him. So it'll be interesting to see who he picks there. What does he do with the left back? Does Maatsen play, or does Luca Dean play? All really interesting issues for the manager, but, that's what he's paid to do, isn't it? He's paid to make difficult decisions. A big shout out for me in the last game was Amadou Onana, who was absolutely magnificent. A lot of people were worried, and rightly so, with the loss of Yuri Tielemans after his magnificent season for us. 50-odd starts for Villa, and he missed that game. But we needn't have worried. We carry a squad of decent depth now, of quality players, and that was probably, for me, barring his early season form, the best game that I've seen Amadou Onana play for Villa. Not only his physicality, and he was really good in both boxes, which you would expect from a man of his stature, but he was also really good with the ball, driving forward, making things happen, causing havoc, and he was a fantastic foil for Boubacar Kamara, and I would imagine he will continue in that role for at least the next game, possibly the next 2 games with Tielemans. Not needed to be risked, really, now. He's done his job. He's been fantastic all season, so there's no point in putting any further danger of him getting any further injuries from me till the end of the season. I don't think we're going to see Marcus Rashford, so that could be the last time we see him. I'm going to keep saying this till I'm blue in the face, but I really want to see Morgan Rogers play in the 10. I think it's time Asensio dropped out of the 11. He's been a great signing for us, and it was wonderful to see him in the first 5 or 6 games because he was just a wonderful, wonderful footballer to say you've seen play for Aston Villa. But he hasn't been able to replicate that over the last few games, and we've seemed to be playing him when he hasn't been in that good a form. So I would like to see Morgan Rogers come into the 10. John McGinn obviously dropped out the other day, so that would allow John McGinn to come back in for me, and Ramsey probably stay on the left-hand side. I think that would be a really good 3 in behind Ollie Watkins with Onana and Onana and Kamara in the double pivot. Cash has been magnificent over the last few weeks. I highlighted it about a month ago when I thought, you know what, he's playing a lot better, defensively a lot better, getting forward really well. He still cuts back inside a little bit too much for me, but he has improved massively over the last few weeks, so he stays in at right back. Ezri Konsa picks himself. Emi Martinez picks himself. Mings or Pau, interested to see which way he goes, which way he sees Tottenham's threats up front. But that was an interesting substitution anyway the other day when he took Mings off and added Pau over the last few minutes just to shore things up. He does like his ball-playing ability. And then left back, you know, Maatsen has been really good recently. Luca Dean's had a fantastic season. So for me, it doesn't matter who plays at left back. We've got two magnificent left backs. So whoever he deems will start, but we'll probably see both at some point anyway. So there we go. That's that game sorted. We know what we've got to do. It's coming down to it now. It's nitty-gritty time. Hopefully we can we've just got to look after ourselves. I think that's ultimately all that matters now. We've got to win our last two games, starting with Friday night, beat Spurs, see where we are then come middle or next week, and then we'll know what we've got to do going into the Manchester United game. Right. The channel. This is where we are with the channel. We have got, I am currently trying to edit my latest episode, which is, should I say, not was, which is a really, really interesting episode, if I just bring this up, with Chef Tom Shepard. Now, if you're not a foodie, then you might not recognise Tom Shepard, but he is a Michelin-starred chef from Lichfield, who owns a restaurant called Upstairs by Tom Shepard. And he also, very interestingly, is now head, or he is in charge of corporate. Sorry about that. Just trying to get this video up, this other picture up. He's also head now of Aston Villa's corporate catering. So that's why I got him on. He's been a Villa fan all of his life, but he's recently, over the last couple of seasons, been doing the corporate catering in I think it's the 150 Lounge and the Oak Room. And it was really interesting talking to him about his experiences. He does the Wembley corporate as well, and he's also done a bit at the Spurs stadium, so he's got a really good idea and knowledge of that side of football. For me and you, the average fan, it's something we'll probably never see or never experience, but hearing it from his point of view with his experience, you know, winning a Michelin star for his restaurant was absolutely phenomenal. The places he's worked. If you are a foodie and you love food like me, I did say to him at the start of the interview that he's my perfect guest. Food and Villa, it's just what a combination that is. So that will be out hopefully at some point over the next week or so. And I'm also, you probably saw it there when I was messing about trying to get the picture up, very excited to say that Justin Talks Villa is going live now. I was approached by the Aston Villa Supporters Club rugby branch to come and bring a player and have a chat with them for an end of season event, which is now happening. And I can't wait, to be honest. I'm a bit nervous because I've not done anything like this before. But Gary Thompson, my good friend, and if you go back to my very first interview, that was with Gary Thompson, and I've managed to cajole him along to rugby on the evening of the 28th of May, where we're going to go and sit in front of a load of Villa fans, talk about his history, his time at the Villa, and also his media stuff working at WM and with the Villa on co-coms all season. We can discuss the season, the manager, the players, the summer, what we think's coming in the future, and also all about his story at Villa. He's a really fascinating guy, and he's really funny. So that is really, really exciting, and I'm hoping, if it goes well, then we might see more of these events cropping up. Hopefully doing some more locally than rugby, maybe in Sutton Coldfield or where Cannock, Lichfield way. But yeah, we'll see how this one goes. If you never hear me talk of this again, you know it's gone terribly wrong. So hopefully we'll be announcing some more of these live events over the next few months and years. So that's exciting. So there we have it. That's my episode for today, and it's going to be a really busy week for me, finishing editing off that Tom Shepard interview and then preparing for the Gary Thompson live. So yeah, thank you once again for your continued support. It is unbelievable. Got some really exciting things coming up. Heading down to London tomorrow to talk to a few people about a few things. That'll be very interesting. More to come on that, hopefully, over the next few weeks. And that's it from me. So please drop this video a like, drop a comment in the comment section. You can get in touch with me at justintalksville@yahoo.com. And there are also memberships available if you want to support the channel and help it grow. Then that would be absolutely magnificent. For the cost of less than a coffee, you can help me grow the channel and try and get as much stuff out as I possibly can. I love the club like you do, and I love talking about Villa. So there we go. I'm going to shut up now and I'm going to let you go. Speak to you all soon. Up the Villa.